Hi guys, it's Adam here from Blend, and I'm joined by Peter as well. Hi Peter.
Hi there.
So today guys, we are going to be taking you through a little bit of an intro into something we've done recently for a client around optimizing product pages. Now, I think Peter, when I first obviously got into e-commerce, I don't think I probably realized how important product pages were. I think, kind of generally when you enter it, you always kind of think about the homepage being the most important thing. Why are product pages so important to Shopify merchants?
I mean, probably the main reason is it's where the money's at. It's essentially your whole objective is to get customers to that product page, and once they're there, you obviously want them to hit the add to cart button, and following that, you want them to get to checkout. So, without them adding that product to cart, you're never going to get to those final stages. So that's essentially why the product page is the main area. In addition to that, that's the place where you're going to put the information for your product as well.
And I think what I've certainly found interesting is the years that we've been together is that we've seen obviously a lot of clients come in just for work on product pages, haven't we? In terms of the sole focus of what they want to basically achieve with the site.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in terms of conversion rate optimization and key metric optimization, this is the place that you can have a lot of really quick wins just by doing some best practice elements and getting people to make sure that they're actually using that product page, in the best way possible.
Okay, cool. Well, I think you're going to show us something today, just some work that we've previously done, aren't you, with a client, and sort of how that some of that product page optimization has worked.
Sure. Give me 2 seconds.
No problem.
Right. So this is a client that we worked with in the past in terms of optimizing their product page. The ultimate goal here was to make sure that we were getting the product form, which is the place where you start making your choices in terms of what you want to do with that product. So what was going on with this page was that what we were seeing is that the add to cart button was extremely far down the page. And above the fold content, I think all we had above the fold was maybe the product image and the start of that title. So you'll see now the start of the title is actually halfway down from just above the fold content that we've got over there. So just to walk you through a few things that we did, instead of having thumbnails below the images, we just made sure that there was a slight preview for those thumbnails on the right and the left-hand side, which let you scroll through. And we just left the scrolling left and right there, so you could see the different images. And then we reduced the size of the title. So on desktop, this title is actually quite large. So we reduced the font size right down, and it just takes up one line now. Additionally, we use some liquid splitting to pull part of that title, which was telling you that it's a T just below that. And then we just optimized the spacing between the reviews and the price, just to make sure that it was all just taking up a little less space, and also just making sure that the sizing there was consistent as well. Following on from that, what we did is we introduced color option in terms of swatches. We did have at one point here, it was actually listing out the colors, and I think, well, how many we got here? 3, 6, 9, 11, 12 options there. And the wording for those, you were maybe getting 2 options per line there in a swatch. So just introducing those little swatch colors there for those different teas helped us just bring that through for that merchant as well, and reduce the size and the spacing before we got to that add to cart button. So you'll see what I'm saying here is above the fold, we've actually got some actions for people to do. So we've almost got those call to actions above the fold already. Yeah. Additionally, we then got sizes just below that, and we introduced the size guide settings over there. Before we started doing this work, that size guide was actually, I think, sitting just below the reviews over here. So just making sure that we put the information where you were looking for it, so the size guide, where people are actually making that choice on sizes as well. And then just as we scroll down there, they've obviously introduced some upsells and cross-sells here as well. and then they've got their add to cart button. But essentially, you've got half their above the fold content now is actually making people perform the actions that they need to do at that point as well.
Great, and it seems to make a lot more sense in that sense, from kind of think about you're getting people to complete that activity, whereas I guess usually what you'd see on mobile is, just kind of the product image and maybe the start of a description. But I guess you're encouraging that activity before they even scroll, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we noticed, and we've noticed with a few different clients, is when we watch some Hotjar reporting of their store, you see people, they'll load the product page on mobile, and then they'll scroll down. So to show you the example here, what they were doing, if these options were further down and you had to scroll past the image, they would then click on these to change that image and then scroll back up to see that image. Mm-hmm. But by having these options right there with the images, you don't need to scroll. You can just click through these now and actually see the preview of that image before you have to. Where as I was saying before, they were scrolling up and they're scrolling down between those different options.
Okay, great. I don't know if you want to just turn the screen share for a second.
Sure.
So obviously off the back of doing this then, what was the initial impact? And then kind of what do we see over time with this client?
Well, let's talk more generally. Let's not talk just about this client. We've done this on quite a few stores now, optimizing this product page. We've seen up to 20-25% increases in add to cart rates. And with most people, that add to cart rate actually translates into the conversion rate as well. So, you are getting an additional 25% increase in add to carts, but off the back of that, the rest of your funnel is still seeing a 25% increase as well. So, in terms of impact, optimizing this product page and making sure your above the fold content actually contains actions, call to actions, that really, really does have a direct impact on all the key metrics of your store.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Well, look, Peter, that's great. Thank you very much. And guys, thanks for listening and tuning in. Do follow us on social for some more videos and content that's going to be coming out. And if you've got any questions at all, do send us an email via hello@blendcommerce.com. Cheers, guys.